This is the Business Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
You talk about people not taking the time to understand themselves. We've got so many outside influences, biases, noises, and it creates such a tension on our lives. Is this where discovering your talent comes in?
Yeah. The show was designed because I'd studied the problem for 29 years and written a couple of books about it, actually. And it's our attempt to shed light on the fact that this can be done, but it's a problem and a journey it's really about as difficult as anything we face. And so we have people on the show every week who share how they got from not knowing who they are, what their talents are, what their personal vision is, to how they did get there. And we've had almost just about 600 people on the show in 24 months.
Wow.
And whether they're teachers in Rome, Italy, teaching English, or animal rights activists in South Africa, or potters in Seattle, Washington, or Tokyo, Singapore, it's just amazing how the stories are parallel, that it's as complicated as it's more complicated than we probably even give it credit for. But if you do the work, if you're willing to do the hard work and take responsibility and use some of the resources that are out there, you can in fact discover the best of who you are and make a contribution for yourself and your family and the rest of us.
There's two categories. I see people that are either early on can really understand themselves and go the right direction, and then those that might be listening that go, yeah, I can relate to that, but how do I change it? So what advice do you have for those two groups?
I would say to folks, the first thing I do is stop and realize that, as I said, that this is a complex problem. The answer is inside of you. Once you figure out who you are and what you're best at and what you want to do, and find how you're hardwired to succeed and your purpose, you can use the resources of LinkedIn to What Color's Your Parachute to mentors, and you can get there, but you need to devote time to it and make it a priority. Journal for heaven's sakes. Whether, people are just so busy, and I respect everybody's life journey. If you take 5 minutes a day to journal, when you can have a quiet time in the morning or at the end of the day, when it's just you sitting there by yourself, and just write down the feelings and impressions and experiences that you had that day in 5 minutes, to just track how you're doing, and just track and just be aware that you're a work in progress.
To hear full episodes of the Business Leadership Series, visit blsnow.net.
Derek Champagne here. I want to connect with you if you're listening to the Business Leadership Series. We can connect on LinkedIn or send me a message at derek@derekchampagne.com. I look forward to connecting.